mic's on for a mic check.
Okay, right. You got it hooked up?
So 1 second.
You can hear it in your camera? Check your camera. Mic test 1, 2.
Oh, yeah, I can hear
Check, check. Tell Daniel I'm gonna send him a bill.
Okay. Oh, it's water.
Tell Ward I'm gonna send him a bill too. Damien is just because Ward I'm gonna send him a bill. Tell him I won't get no lip if I ever need a mic cable for one of you.
Yes, sir.
Close out of this and move on to the next project.
Thank you. Yes, sir. No problem.
How's everyone doing?
Good, thank you for asking.
Good. Give y'all a second. Everybody good? All right. Well, thank you for joining us today for our weekly press briefing. I got a few things to go over with, not a lot. We'll start with debris pickup. Good news, crews started picking up construction debris this week. So if you have some of that construction debris that needs to be picked up, I might want to grab a pen. That number is 291-8517, 291-8517, or if you don't have a pen, just call 311. If you call 311, they'll filter those calls through our dispatch, and you just give them your information. They put it in the software, and they create a list for the contractor, and then he'll go out and put you on the schedule. So we're working on an email address if you don't want to call or if you have trouble getting through, and hopefully we'll have that to you in the next couple of days. Again, call 311 if you have construction debris that needs to be picked up. As far as COVID-19 goes, today's numbers were not very great. We increased 246 cases here in Lafayette with 1 death. That brings our total number of cases to about 10,680 with 143 deaths. We know that Thanksgiving is fast approaching. It's next week. A lot of folks are going to want to have those large family gatherings. Again, we urge you to not do that. We ask you to keep those gatherings limited in an effort to avoid spreading. And once we get through this, we can go ahead and join together with family again. Again, there's still a mask mandate, so you should be wearing masks when you're out in public and when social distancing is not possible. Remember to maintain 6 feet of social distancing. There was some concern in the media about Governor's Phase 3 mandate and enforcement here in Lafayette Parish. That's not quite accurate. It is being enforced. Just to break it down a little simpler for you all, Lafayette Fire Department is working in conjunction with the State Fire Marshal's Office, the State Bureau of Alcohol and Tobacco Control, and the Louisiana Department of Health. Per guidance from the State Fire Marshal's Office, when we receive complaints, we're put into the dashboard on the Open Safely web portal. The State Fire Marshal then determines which entity should enforce compliance. So if it's like a capacity issue, then State Fire Marshal handles those calls. If it's an issue with a bar or restaurant that sells alcohol, then the ATC would handle those calls. And if it's an issue with mask wearing and not doing the right thing as far as sanitization goes, then LDH will handle those calls. Those agencies have the authority to suspend or revoke those licenses that are issued for either it be beverage licenses or operating licenses. And to date, more than 14,000 compliance inspections have been conducted around the state on more than 25,000 businesses that are registered in the system. And those violations were found during 1,700 inspections. So, again, if you see a large crowd gathering, a bar that has too many people, we ask you to call 291-5060, 291-5060 to report those violations. Again, if you're just seeing people at the bar and you're not reporting it or not letting anyone know, then it's going to be tough to go ahead and enforce those measures. So make sure you report it. And again, that number is 291-5060. With that, don't have much today. I'll go ahead and answer whatever questions you may have.
When it comes to the local, and who's going to, I know we have the Black Friday coming up. People are gonna be lining up Thursday night, possibly in anticipation of some stores opening. I'm seeing some might open at 5 o'clock or so Friday morning. Will there be any kind of extra enforcement out for that, for the lining up for Black Friday shopping?
You know, Black Friday, we always have extra, patrols out there because it is sort of a crazy day. We're hopefully not expecting as many folks out shopping, given the current situation. We hope that folks recognize that there is a pandemic going on right now, and the last place they need to be is lining up in front of a store on Black Friday. Again, a lot of sales are going on online. A lot of these retailers are doing Black Friday for longer than just Friday. Some of them started a few weeks ago. So again, we would definitely discourage folks from, lining up. And again, it's on the businesses to make sure that if they are going to open, they are going to have some of these doorbuster sales. They need to have measures in place to ensure that, folks aren't right on top of each other, that they're maintaining that social distancing. And again, if they want to risk having their operating licenses suspended or revoked, then they definitely need to keep that in mind because, it's going to be the responsibility of those businesses to make sure that they're operating in a safe manner.
I know you spoke about 14,000 statewide. Make sure, feel free to correct me.
Twen-
And go ahead.
Yeah, 14,000 compliance inspections on more than 25,000.
What about locally?
I don't have the latest numbers locally, but I can get those to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you.
All right, and so last week, the Mayor President had said that it's up to the medical professionals to help keep this wave down. Do we have a comment from Josh about this at all?
Obviously, it's not up solely to the medical community. They play the biggest role, however, in helping to mitigate this. Basically, the Mayor President is just, asking that the medical community push out more information, make sure that folks are staying aware, because they are the experts. They are the ones who know about this virus and what it can do. And when that information comes from them, people tend to listen a lot more. So we're just going to be leaning on them to help with the getting the word out that we are still in a situation that's dangerous.
With us seeing an increase in cases and the one death, has there been discussions or talks about revitalizing the testing again? Remember when it started, we're seeing the
Right.
lines and people out there. Are we going to go back to that moment again, being that we are seeing an increase?
Well, if anything, testing has significantly increased since that initial. You might recall when we did have that Cajun Dome screening site, that's when testing was very limited. We were only testing, certain groups in the population, the most vulnerable. Testing is available widespread. You can go to pretty much any urgent care clinic, or we even have, if you look on our social media and our website, we have sites that are operating almost daily. I know this week at the Lafayette Health Unit, they're doing testing. And there are many, many opportunities and locations that are conducting testing throughout, not just Lafayette and the parish, but throughout Acadiana. So again, those resources are out there. And we encourage, if you are going to be doing something, let's say for Thanksgiving, and you want to be safe, go get tested.
I see what you're saying. It's because you don't see it.
Yeah, it's not just one centralized location. It's available pretty much everywhere. Any other questions? Marla?
Is LCG considering or have they made a decision on whether to allow parades or Mardi Gras, in regards to recently New Orleans City Council not allowing parades for the 2021 festival season?
We have no intention of canceling any parades right now. All right. Easy day today, huh? All right. Well, thank you all. I'll see you next week. The time for next week's briefing will be shifting a bit earlier, but it should still be on Tuesday. So I'll put out an advisory. So, all right, thank you.